Good morning. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kisha Katarina with name 63241325 from class 632C01. In this video, I will start my project assessment, namely speech and PPT. Good morning, my friends. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to deliver a speech. This time, I will raise the theme of changing bad habits. Habits are not something fixed. We have the power to change them. It's not always easy and it takes conscious efforts, but it is absolutely possible. The first step is awareness. We need to identify the habits we want to change. What are the things we do that we know aren't serving us? Once we are aware of them, we can start taking action. This may involve replacing bad habits with good ones, setting small and achievable goals, or seeking support from others. Checking bad habits is a journey, not a destination. There will be setback, and this okay. The important thing is not to give up. Every small step forward is a victory. Let's challenge yourself to identify one bad habit that we want to change. Let's commit to taking one small step to break that habit today. Imagine the positive impact on your life if we all manage to replace one negative habit with a positive one. Let us strive to be the best version of yourselves, free from the shackles of our wanted habits. Thank you for the opportunity speak today. Good morning to all. Countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Nouns can be divided based on their characteristic. Based on its characteristic, or nouns are divided into countable nouns and uncountable nouns. We need to know that there are objects that are categorized as countable nouns, or objects that can be counted, and also objects that are uncountable nouns, or objects that cannot be counted. 1. Countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted directly. For example, one apple, two apples, and so on. Countable nouns also use the articles or and can also be made plural and countable, such a person, box, coin, table, cup, plate, chair, bag, dog, glass, book, man, baby house, and others. The following is the use of countable nouns in sentences. 1. I have a brother and two sisters. 2. Andy had a cheese sandwich and an apple for breakfast. 3. Do you like these photos? 2. Uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are also called mass nouns, are nouns that cannot be counted. Uncountable nouns can also be remembered as nouns that only have a one form. An example is water. The word cannot be said to be a water or two waters, but it can be used by inserting other nouns. For example, a glass of water. Example of uncountable nouns are rice, love, sugar, cheese, coffee, money, tea, music, art, and others. In addition, in countable nouns, there are also nouns that refer to abstract ideas and emotions such as fun, love, happiness. The following is the use of uncountable nouns in the sentence. 1. She has some food. Can you give me some information about that? 3. Much, many, few, little, uncountable and uncountable nouns. A. Much and money. Many is used to express things that can be uncountable or what we call uncountable nouns. Well, much is used to express things that cannot be uncountable or what we call uncountable nouns. Both words have the same meaning which a lot. Example 1. How many years have you lived in Jakarta? 2. We need so many books to be donated to Lombok. In both examples, the word many is used to express years and books because years and books are nouns that we can count. I have so much water in my backpack. You love here so much you forget everything. In this example, the word much is used to express water and love. Water and love are non-uncountable nouns that only have one form. That's why the word much is used. B. Number and amount. Number and amount have the same meaning, which is amount of number. What makes them different is their use in an English sentence. If you are using countable nouns, then you should use number. On the other hand, if you are constructing a word that has uncountable nouns, then you should use count instead of number. For more clarity, you can see an example below. We have been friends from a number 2 years. 2. Your school is a large number of students compared to the other school. 3. They are talking huge amounts of your money. 3. Hey, you should put little more amount of time in the pot before it's boils. C. few and little both have the same meaning, which is little. So what distinguishes the use of these two words in English? The word few is used for countable nouns and while the word little refers more to uncountable nouns. Example 1. There are a few men in the party. 2. Abbas only has a few friends in Jakarta. 3. I need a little help now. 4. I have a little time only to come here. D. Fewer and less. Fewer and less have the same meaning of less. The use of these two words has the same principle as few and least, where fewer is used from uncountable nouns, while least is used for uncountable nouns. Example 1. A secretary makes less money than a manager. 2. Today I can spend less time eating and have more exercise. 3. A secretary makes less money than a manager. 4. Compared to since there are fewer students who like math. E. Some and any. Some and any have the same meaning, which is some. These two words are commonly used to express nouns that have a indefinite number in plural, countable nouns or uncountable nouns. Example 1. She has some equation. 2. There are some reasons I can tell you why I should be work right now. 3. I owe many people. 4. You could tell me any reason, but I still won't believe it. Believe it. Thank you.